Hello and welcome to those endless mysteries. Before we get started today, smash that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification button as well so you can keep up with all of our latest videos. And share this video and help our channel grow. So now let's get started. This Bigfoot sighting comes from Winston County, Alabama, from October of 2013. The witness states that her first encounter with this creature happened around 1 a.m. It was a full moon this night, she said. Her two small dogs started barking, so she let them out and stepped out onto the back deck. As she is watching her dogs run down the street towards a pack of barking dogs from down the road, with the dogs running up the road towards her dog. Around this time, the witness says that she heard what she described as thump, thump, thump noises. This is when she noticed a very dark figure. This figure was huge, the witness stated, saying that it was upright and running slowly on two legs, coming right up the street, with the dogs right in tow behind this thing, saying that the pack of dogs were about 10 yards back, but that they were keeping pace with this creature. Now the witness says that once the creature got to a patch of dense woods that were around 50 yards from her, that this thing just stopped and squatted down. But once this creature touched the ground with its hands, she says that it sprung back up while spinning around and facing the dogs. Then it let out a loud, growling, screeching scream while having its arms stretched out wide. The witness said this action caused her to gasp. Then she said that she said out loud, "Oh my gosh," as the creature's feet touched back down on the ground. The witness said that it turned towards her. I guess this creature was just letting her know that it knew she was there. Then it turned in the opposite direction and walked calmly into the undergrowth and dense woods, with a pack of dogs following the creature, except for the witness's dogs which came back to her at that time. The witness said that she also had a Great Dane as well, stating that it stood at the gate of the deck and that it wouldn't let her out to go after the smaller dogs, which after seeing this creature, I would say that she was grateful to the Dane. The witness did say that after this sighting, that they had some strange things to happen, with one of them being with their chicken coop, saying that two-by-four cross members holding the chicken wire on the top of the coop had gotten ripped off and that two of her chickens had their necks broken, with the chicken coop being 8 foot tall. So I find this interesting, with the two-by-fours being took off the top. So someone or something had to reach 8 feet in the air to take them off. So someone on a ladder or a Bigfoot maybe. The witness also stated that their caged quail that they kept in the same barn as the chickens was starting to disappear over time, saying that this enclosure that they were in required hands to open, but that the cage doors were always closed the next morning. Sounds to me that they have something strange happening there also. Sounds smart, like a human or something else. To open a cage and close it back, locking it. Sounds like someone could be messing with these people. But Bigfoot type creatures are said to have hands. Now for the witness's second sighting, which was on November the 2nd of 2013. The witness says that it was around 4:30 or 4:45 p.m. about an hour before sunset. As she was closing the back doors on their barn, she saw something move out of the peripheral vision, which she didn't pay much attention to at the time. But as she started to shut the second door, she once again caught sight of movement again. While this time the witness said that she stopped and looked up straight at a creature. The witness estimated that this creature was at least 7.5 and maybe over 8 foot tall, which seemed to freeze while staring back at her, saying that this thing was only around 100 to 110 feet away from her. She estimated that this creature weighed at least 450 pounds, with its shoulders being around 3 foot wide, saying that it had dark brown hair while having an orange tint to it, with it being covered from its head to toes with it. The witness estimated that it was around 2 to 4 inches long. While its face was covered in hair, it was shorter, the witness said. The witness says that she didn't see the creature's feet due to the slope of the bank. I would say also if there were grass or weeds around, you wouldn't be able to see them much anyway. It stood there with its legs slightly apart, with its arms hanging straight down, with what the witness described as human-type hands. After watching this creature for what seemed like an hour, which was probably just a couple of minutes, while the witness was watching this creature, it then turned quickly to its left and started down the hill. To say that its movements was strange would be an understatement to say the least. The witness described this creature's movements as being straight-legged hops similar to what a deer might do. The arms were swinging right arm to its right foot, with its left arm swinging with its left foot as well, with this creature's strides being from 6 to 7 foot wide. As the witness measured them, with this creature going out of sight over a 4 foot fence and a very steep hillside. Now, this sketch here is of the creature that this witness says she saw that day. Again, with the sketch from this witness, you really don't see a neck. In most of these sighting reports, they say that if these creatures do have a neck, then it's really short, and that's why they have to turn its upper body to look around. But there is one thing that I agree with in this report. Both the interviewer and witness said that this creature seemed to be more afraid of the witness than the witness was of it. Now, on November the 4th of 2013, the witness says she was out checking on her greens in their garden, which sits next to their house and is in the middle of the two siding areas, that she found 3 fresh bare footprints. Here is a picture of this one print. If you look at the print, you can see toes for sure, and it looks really wide for the length of the print. These prints were 9 inches long and 5 inches wide at its widest point. So not huge prints, maybe the prints of a juvenile Sasquatch, while stating that they also got dimmer ridges on one of the castings they made, with small deer tracks also being in the garden. So could have a juvenile Sasquatch been after one of these deers? Maybe. Sounds right. Now the witness says that they casted these prints at night, with a rainstorm moving in. As they were casting the prints, the witness says that a rock had been thrown towards them, landing only about 10 feet from the couple in the prints. The witness also noticed that after the chicken coop had been fixed, that something else stretched the chicken fencing so that there were a 18-inch hole in the side of the coop. It was big enough for the witness to place her head into, also stating that they have heard screams and howls over the last several months. It should be noted that these witnesses, living in a rural area just about 2 miles from the Bankhead National Forest, with traveling to the National Forest from their home, can be done through thick wooded areas with just one or two road crossings, which are old back roads, with them being about 3 square miles of woods in front of their house, while being another 3 miles behind their house. With the three in the back of the house, heading up to the National Forest, with these miles of woods being rough in the terrain, with these 6 square miles being mixed with hardwoods and evergreens, with most of it being private land that has no hunting on them, saying that most of the sightings took place during deer season, while nearby Bankhead National Forest is heavily hunted during this time. So could it have been all of the hunting going on in the National Forest that caused the Bigfoot creatures to move to this area? Something to think about, I guess. Most of the private land wasn't getting hunted, so I would say that most of the deer had moved to these areas as well. And from what we do know about Bigfoot is that they follow the deer and game movements over the seasons. The witness also said that after deer season, it calmed back down, with them not hearing the screams and howls as often, maybe because of all the hunting going on. I would like to know if the screams and howls came back the next year, or if it took several years to come back, to see if there is some kind of pattern to the local deer hunting season. I think the prints that they found was of a juvenile Bigfoot, just because of the width of the print. 5 inches is a wide foot, with it only being 9 inches long. So what do you guys think about this one? Was it a Bigfoot these people were seeing? Or could it have been something else? If you think it was something else, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. So till next time, have a great day. And don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And while you're down there, hit that notification button so you can keep up with all our latest videos. And thanks for watching those endless mysteries.